Hey, second grade. So, our weekly concept this week is we need energy. So, there are different kinds of energy, and we're going to talk about that this week. So, our essential question for the week is how do we use energy? So, we're going to talk about the different kinds, the sources of energy, and then also figure out how we use energy. So, I'm going to show you a picture of a boy here. And he is looking at his tablet and is looking at the earth on the tablet. And it says that this boy is finding out information about earth on his tablet. His tablet needs power to work. Do you have a tablet at home that you use for things or maybe use for your schoolwork? Well, we always have to charge it, right? Otherwise, it doesn't work. It needs energy, it needs that charge to work. So this boy, he charges his battery in his tablet with an electrical charger. Is that what you use? Electricity comes from many different sources. So electricity can come from solar power. What's solar power? The sunshine up in the sky, the sun, the solar power, wind power, and other sources. Did you know that we are an energy source? We can create energy. Isn't that cool as people? So I want you to think real quick. I want you to think about things in your home. What are a couple examples of some things in your house that require energy? Tablet is one. Think of two more. Think of two more things that use energy in your home. It's interesting. Once you start noticing, you start to see how many things around us need energy. Even the lights, even the computer that we're on right now needs energy. Yours might be plugged into a power cord right this moment. Isn't that interesting? We're using lots and lots of energy. So, yesterday we looked through our brand new vocabulary words. And so, these vocabulary words, although we've probably heard them, helped refresh some of these things in our mind. The word electricity and lights and how it works, energy, flows, power, solar, all of these things are relevant and deal with energy and power and the different sources. All right, today we're going to hear some of those vocabulary words pop up in our reading. So we're going to already know what those words mean in context within our story today, okay? So we're going to talk a little bit more about power, what it is, and maybe the different sources like we talked about as we go. So again, the essential question is how do we use energy? We came up with some examples, but now let's see if we can get a couple more examples from this story. It's titled Pedal Power. Pedal Power. And we're going to read about how people produce and use energy because we do both. We can create energy and then we also use it. Our bodies are so cool. Anyway, so this is pedal power. I'm going to show you a picture and this might give you a little bit more understanding of what I'm talking about. What pedals are we talking about? Not petals on a flower, but pedals on bikes. Do you ride a bike? Do you use the pedals on a bike to go faster and faster and faster? You create and are using up energy. Isn't that interesting? So follow along with me. You may scroll down and you'll see the story down below, or you can listen first and then scroll through and look at the words. You'll see the vocabulary words are highlighted as well. All right. What is energy? Energy is the ability to do work. So, what is energy? The ability to do work. Solar energy comes from the sun. It's a silent source of energy because it makes no sound. There is also energy that comes from wind and from water. Did you know that energy can come from people too? We were just talking about that, weren't we? When you pedal a bike, you produce energy. You use your legs to push the pedals. Your energy is transferred to the bike. And then this shift of power, passing it from you to the bike, makes the bike move. Isn't that so cool? It just seems simple. We hop on a bike, we pedal, pedal, and we go, go, go. But we don't really think about that, how much work it's taking our body to create the energy that then we pass on to the bike, and it makes the bike move. That is so cool. So now imagine riding your bike to create enough power to run the computer that you're on right now. Some students at one school did that. They hopped on bikes connected to generators and they pedaled in place. Have you ever seen an exercise bike? Maybe your parents have one at home, or if you've ever been to a gym, there's bikes that are stationary, which means they stay in one spot and you pedal, pedal, pedal for a really good workout without having to go all around the place. You stay in one spot and ride a bike. So they did this, these kids at this school. So soon they were producing their own electricity. The energy is needed to run their laptops and their computers. So cool. So bicycle powered energy, this next section is titled, the subheading there. So it says, here's how bicycle powered energy works. When a student pedals a bike, the rear wheel spins round and around, and the wheel spins the generator, kind of like an engine in a car, vroom, vroom. So the generator then produces electricity. As long as students pedal bicycles, electricity flows, or means it runs through the generator. The electricity can be used then right away. This energy can also be stored in a battery. You have anything at your house that uses batteries? Maybe we were talking yesterday in a morning meeting about video games, like the controllers that you use oftentimes have batteries, or some of our other toys as well. So it can, but anyway, so it can be stored in a battery, and we can use then those batteries to give our things energy and power. So teachers can haul or carry laptop computers and the battery, and they plug them in for power. So using this bicycle powered energy, I'm going to show you a picture, a diagram here of a bicycle generator. So take a moment and look at all the parts. All the components to make your own electricity. All right, the next section is titled Using Bicycle Powered Energy. So people also exercise on bicycles and they produce power in gyms. People create watts as they pedal. A watt is a unit of measuring power. So what is a watt? If I said something is 32 watts, that means it's a unit of measuring power. It's like a light bulb has a certain amount of watts in it. And it's a unit. It's how bright it is, how much power is in this light bulb when you screw it in and turn it on. Small devices such as a small TV or fans often use less than 100 watts per hour. And these things can run by bicycle-powered electricity. It would be a mistake to use pedal power to run a refrigerator, though, because this large appliance often uses more than 700 watts per hour. And the electricity for these machines come from the power lines above head or underground. So pedal power is popping up in schools, gym, and homes. What a fun way to provide energy and electricity. So cool. So I want you to think, how can people use electricity that they produce from riding bikes? So there's some examples in the story. Go back, find the text evidence to answer that question. So what are some ways that people use bicycle powered energy? Yeah, write those for me. Let me know the examples, okay? And then I want you to tell me how you might use bike powered electricity. If you had all of these parts, you'll see a picture of the diagram down below. If you had all of those parts, what would you use your electricity that you're creating to make work? What would you use it for? Alrighty, so I want you to think about those questions. You're going to see them typed up below as well. And use complete sentences like always, and send me those answers in Dojo. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Have a good day.